Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With FishingBooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. FishingBooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to FishingBooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today. Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With FishingBooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. FishingBooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to FishingBooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Boatman Chronicles podcast, brought to you by Huntworth. Huntworth gear for all types of weather, all types of terrain, all types of budgets. It's clothing that just works. Check them out at huntworthgear.com. Man, this is an exciting time of year. If you're listening to this in real time, a couple of big things going on. One, this is, for us, the eve of deer camp in June, headed up to Total Archery Challenge, Crystal Mountain. So this podcast is, John, Jake, and I talking about our preparation, what's going on up there. We talk a little bit about Travis and Andrew. They were on the podcast talking about how to shoot for the elk, and Andrew's got one in already from Boyne. Travis doesn't have one quite yet, but I feel like that will change by the end of the weekend. And man, if you've not been to one of these events, you just have to go. Even if you don't have a pass, go up there for the village, for the experience. I say it every time, but it is a chance to get around like-minded people. It's exciting for us. Greg Litzinger, he's flying in once again to shoot with us. If you were at Crystal 2 years ago, we're in the same house we were in. Going to do a cookout once again, as we've done every year since I think the second year, maybe the first year of TAC that we've been going up there. So this is almost year 10 of doing that. So same house, going to be pulled pork, some bear sloppy joes, and perhaps even a woodchuck over the fire. But we may we got to get a woodchuck first, but that's currently being worked out. So depending on how adventurous you're feeling, swing by, check that out. And then again, in real time, the Rome podcast crew has once again saddled up to the NRC meeting, and they will be doing a live stream on YouTube, doing the golf style commentary about everything that's going on, allowing comments, banter back and forth, talking with presenters and everyone that's willing to come on and talk there. And they've actually talked with the people that are putting on the meetings through the NRC, and have secured themselves a spot there. So it isn't just taking it over all willy-nilly. They're actually, allowed to be there as of right now anyway. So that's pretty cool. So check that over on the Rome Syndicate YouTube. Pretty cool to have that happen. So those things are, pretty exciting for us here in the podcast world. But the Total Archery Challenge, again, deer camp in June, super excited, gets everybody together. Get out, shoot your bow, everything that we love to do here. get to use our products. This year I did sway a little bit. I'm not shooting expensive arrows. I bought the cheap Chinese arrows and so immediately cut the blazers off, ordered up some zingers, and got those built up, and they're flying really, really well. We talk about that, but love getting out there talking to everybody about zingers to answer a lot of questions about what are those, how do they fly, all that stuff. So definitely go give those boys a look. I'm going to be shooting with Austin from Genesis 3D. Going to be shooting with Ben from Hobo Outdoors Gear. Just getting to see great guys who are out there doing things, making products here locally. So check those guys out. If you haven't yet, go over, check out Yellowstone.ai, check out their cameras. Great guys. That guy's also named Ben, but great guys over there. Excited to be working with them this year. And I'm going to be giving the guys over a big shot a call here pretty soon, as soon as we find out what's going on with Iowa, because I may be hitting them up to go check out the factory, because the unit that I've applied for is where the Delta McKenzie factory is. So looking forward to that. That should be coming up here pretty soon. Then we'll start the planning, but hope to see you up at Boyne Mountain Total Archery Challenge. If not, get out, find one near you, and just enjoy that experience. Deer camp in June, we love it. And if you're up there, get a hold of us. Social media, Bowhunter Chronicles, Rome Syndicate, Rome Outdoor Podcast, any of the Rome podcasts, and come find us. So thanks for listening.
What I was last week until now, I'm like, fuck.
That's what sucks about it, is like knowing when your bow is on, then it's just you. Mm-hmm. When there's nothing better than going up there or going anywhere and knowing your bow is on, like money. But then when it's coming down to the last minute and shit's going wrong, it's like, fuck.
Dude, last week Thursday, I was sweating bullets.
It's gonna wing it.
I was like, fuck. I'm so screwed.
That's when you're saying, man, I need to redo this string. It's like before tack, when you're shooting this good, but you needed it done because it was bad.
So, welcome back to the Bowhunter Chronicles podcast. We got Jake Burgess, John Boersma, going to do some tack lack of prep podcast. But to John's point there, Jake, your bow was spot on, but you've been having nothing essentially but problems with your bow
Ever since I got it.
And what bow is that?
The Arc 34.
Yeah.
But it was the mod.
Yeah, it was the mod.
It had a bunk mod, had a burr in it.
So it's two cables.
And so, like, I guess for you, John, that's like the first thing that you would look at, right? If you were going to build Jake a new string, you'd be like, what's doing this? So, like, when he brought it to you, you're just like, we got to look at this mod. And then he said you sanded it down, or?
Yeah, well, we pulled it off. He looked at it, and he could see the burr. And, yeah, so I just used it was actually like just one of my tip cleaner files, and then just filed it off. But he went and got new mods the next day. So,
but like, why didn't they do that the first time?
Well, we thought we had it the first time because it wore in a completely different spot than what it did on the first time. And how many arrows have I put through this? So it's like, okay, no big deal. And it was my dumb self looking at my bow. I was like, I should probably look to see if this thing's still good. And that was Thursday. And I mean, they were shooting. It was shooting good too.
Yeah, it was money.
And then I looked at it, and I just took a picture of it and sent it to John. And I'm like, I don't think this is good. And then from there on, it just snowballed into a giant shit show.
Well, and it's just something that you can't like unthink about.
Oh,
You know, because it's just like you're just thinking about it. I mean, you think about like that paradigm that we have. Like I was talking with Nate from Huntworth, but the average Jack archer, he shoots at Lancaster and goes around and does all the ASAs and stuff. And he's like, if you're at Lancaster, you're up there shooting and people are pulling their bows back and it's like creak, crunch, it's like, you don't even think about it, but like in your mind, you draw that back, and as soon as that camera rolls over and it goes click, and you're just like, God, because I mean, I've had one blow up after it went click,
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of unsettling. I mean, it didn't do that until we put those ABP strings on it.
Yeah, they're just too.
They're thicker. I mean, I didn't mic them or anything, but they're definitely got, I don't know, that was their new ones that have like that nano coating
Like platinum or whatever string.
Yeah, so it's supposed to help with friction, but I think it added a little bulk to it.
Yeah. But like, just to go back on that, like you can't like
This is what everyone's talking about.
Everything's on the table.
This is what champions come to take. This is what everyone came to see.
And the slam!
No do-overs. No second chances. No more Mr. Nice Guy. This is winner take all. The NBA Finals continue on ABC and the ESPN app.
do it. Like you can't get it out of your mind. So it's funny, I got that. I got my bows used, but I got that Dart and Sequel like ST2, right? And I did like all the research. I like read on all the forums. I was all over Archery Talk about like the limbs, like the limbs D-lam and like bad sets of limbs, and go back and forth on like, are they good? Are they bad? Like, is this a known problem? Like, no, it was just a couple of sets of things, like da-da-da-da-da. I get the bow, I shoot it, and then like got it on like perfect. Like everything was bullet holes, like shooting great. I was shooting good after.
I was going to say, wait a minute.
Yeah, after we swapped the mods out on it.
Because you had one fast mod and one comfort mod.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's the way it came.
That's the way it came. And I was like, this does not feel like the bow that I shot at TAC last year.
Right. And then I'm like, no, it should be the same number on the can.
Yeah, I'm like looking at them, and I'm just like, this is not right, So go to do that, swap them over, start shooting it, then finally get everything set, and then go to the club, getting ready to shoot that night. And I'm like, oh, I probably just this exact same thing that you just said. It's like, I probably should look at these limbs, and like, shit, cracked on both sides, upper and lower limbs, and even talking to Drew, he's like, I would have probably shot him because I took it to, because they're a dealer down there at Grand Valley. He's like, I'd have probably shot him. And I could not bring myself to do it. I drove all the way back home, got my other bow, came back, and then shot that night with it because I couldn't,
No,
I didn't want it
it's
to
not
blow
worth
up in
it.
my face. Yeah, but you shot the double XL for how long with stickers over the
stickers? Well, then also the RX1, those limbs, I forgot. Like, I remember when I pulled those off, and underneath the little rubber spider, it was D-lam, but it was just one little split, But speaking of that, so Eddie has the old Blue Mountains, right?
So
And-
just for the listener, you need to like paint a picture of this bow because I don't believe the company exists anymore.
No, they're gone. They're long gone.
And this bow, like when John and I went to Idaho, when we were on our way out there, or on our way, we stopped at Eddie's house, took got to see his elk that he'd shot, with his big one up on the wall, and then he took us down to the basement and he dusts off this relic, and to that time I'd never seen a bow like that, and like I was telling Jake, it's one like Travis headshot, when we came back to the club and started shooting with Travis. At the time, he was shooting one of those. But so, like, paint a picture of what this bow looks like.
I think it's like one of the first machine riser bows. And it didn't even have, so he's got a couple of them actually, but to go back, he actually shot Redding with that bow, or maybe it was the previous version of that bow, like in the 90s. And back then they had a big problem with limbs cracking and splitting. And at Redding, he was shooting really good. And his partner's like, he noticed the limbs were cracked, and he's like, yeah, you should be fine. So he finished the round, and then at the end, he's like, I can't believe that bow didn't blow up. But he was shooting so good. He took his score sheet, went down to Blue Mountain, and they sponsored him right then. And so that bow, or the bow I just built strings for, yeah, I looked on the internet, there's nothing. I'm like, it did have an old Winner's Choice sticker on the limb, so I'm like, these strings must have been Winner's Choice at some point, But I measured it all up, and I'm like, gave him the spec. I drew it up, sent him the picture and the specs. And I'm like, you can give Winner's Choice a call and see if they can, And he'd called, and he was on hold for a while, and finally he said, screw it, I don't have time to wait. So he told me about it. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'll dig out my shit. I'm just going to build a set. So I built a set of strings for it, and it turned out good. He's shooting it. I think he's bringing it to tack. But he did say he's got multiple sets of limbs. So
Just in case he carry them in his quiver. Does he have one of those little turn down, like you had the little bow
the bow
press?
master.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I got to tune my bow.
Yeah, so like I say, this tack prep, lack of prep. Jake's been shooting a lot, and it all came. It's all for naught. You're in the same boat as me. We just printed you off as sight tape.
Yeah, yeah. I got it close. I could shoot with it this weekend. I'm probably like 80% of the way there, which really sucks because I was fine. And I was like, I should probably just put this thing away. And I was like, no, I'll just shoot it a couple more times. And then I shoot it a couple more times, and then we're done.
So for the layman, because Jake's shooting right now is probably the same caliber as I'm shooting. Although I will say that with the new arrows that I built, like my first 3 shots I shot at 60 after I got my 20, run out there to 60. And I was like, I just left it at 45 just to see where it was. The 45 was my old tape. And I was like 18 inches high, and I was like 8 inches to the right. But I had 2 arrows like almost touching, and then I had one that was like 3 inches low. So for me at 60 yards, that's a pretty damn good group. I would.
Well, Jake was having that at 111.
Yeah. Yeah. And his 80-yard group with 4 arrows was like that. So,
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so for the layman, right? Why? So if everything is equal, right, and you just changed out a cable and swapped the mods, like why? How come everything changed so drastically?
Well, for one, with the Matthews, when you take the cables off, the cable is like girth hitch basically through the loop, the little 13-inch loop. And if you don't get that just exactly right, for one, we're taking the cable off, stripping all the old serving, reserving it, and I only stretched it up. I didn't put my scale on it, but I figured it was around 100 pounds. But you're changing everything. And you wouldn't notice much at your lower yardage, right? Mm-hmm. You didn't hardly notice anything from 20 to 40.
No.
But when you start getting out to that 80, 100-yard range, a little bit's going to make a big difference. A couple feet per second, whatever. And when we put it back on, I had to take like 2.5 twists out of the bottom, out of that one we just, reserved. So, and when we were getting ready to serve it up, I tested it with, I don't know what they used. So I had Halo, which is 14, and I had some 3D, which was the pink stuff, but I think that was 16. And so when we first did that, that was too thick. So I mic'd it out, and it was like 2.7, and then the other one's 2.68. I mean, that's, really close. But so tonight, though, we ended up, I just went back through and ended up twisting up both. So we're getting it back into the poundage range. As you twist up your cables, as you shorten the cables, your poundage is going to go up, your draw length's going to lengthen a little bit. So taking those twists out, when we originally did it, I put those back in and then ended up twisting up the top too. So I don't know, for some reason, it could have been, it could be the cams too, or the mods. You never know. I mean, they're in spec, right? And maybe since those ones that had that burr in it, maybe they didn't get machined quite right. And so the bow is tuned to those, and then you put the new ones in, and it wouldn't take much for those to be off a little bit. I don't know what they're, when they're going through their quality control and how tight it is on tolerances, but it could be just enough where it threw it off at that longer distance.
If you've been looking to upgrade your cellular camera system to a system that's easy to use, you need to check out Yellowstone.ai. Their app is simple, intuitive, and designed for hunters by people who actually hunt. From setup to viewing your photos and managing your cameras, everything is straightforward and easy to navigate. Yellowstone's Y2 cellular trail camera was given ATA's Best New Technology Award for its ability to automatically connect to the strongest carrier, send HD photos and videos directly to your phone, and withstand year-round field conditions. What really sets Yellowstone apart is their customer service and lifetime warranty. When you need help, you're dealing with a US-based support team that understands hunters and can get your questions answered quickly. They also offer highly competitive data plans and camera pricing, making it easier to keep more cameras in the field without breaking the bank. And if you're investing in equipment, it's nice knowing it's backed by their lifetime warranty that gives you the confidence season after season, spending less time making unnecessary visits to cameras and more time focusing on the hunt. Whether you're monitoring a home farm, a lease, or a public land setup, Yellowstone delivers the features hunters need with the support and value they deserve. Head over to Yellowstone.ai and see why more hunters are making the switch. Backed by a lifetime warranty, Yellowstone cameras are built to keep hunters connected and confident.
But it could be just enough where it threw it off at that longer distance. Even to me, tonight, I was shooting, so last week when I was shooting with Jake, I had my bow set for 108, and I was right at the top, aiming right at the top of the caribou, and I was right in line. I ended up putting, 2 in.
2 in and 8 shots?
Yeah. And then tonight, we get over there, and of course, completely different weather. Super hot, super humid. The air is just heavy. And I'm shooting. First, I put it right at 108, top of his back, in the foam underneath the target. I'm like, whoa, I must have dropped. Next arrow, same thing. So I'm like, I gave it a couple yards, put it at 110, still a low on the bottom. I put it at 111, top of the back, and I'm right in line. Now my left and rights, terrible. That's the one thing I'm fighting right now is my left and rights.
But it's the same thing for when I shot it today too.
Yeah.
Because I shot up there and I'm like, okay, I normally just shoot it for 109 to 110. So I roll it to what I normally shoot it at, and it's the same thing. It's sailed into the foam on the bottom. So and I shot all 5 of them. Because it was I want to know. And I had 4. There was 4 of them in a group that was
right
like that. I mean, just size of a softball, a little bit bigger. So then we just added, what'd we add? I think I added 3. Yeah. 3 yards. Yeah. And it was fine.
Yep.
It's just very weird.
Yeah. I mean, conditions change, bows change. I mean, especially with this heat, wax come on the strings, whatever.
Yeah, it was a scorching 90 degrees today. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I was not impressed.
Yeah, so it's funny, you're talking about like you're shooting, you're fighting your left and rights and stuff like that. If you go back to this winter in leagues when I was just all over the place shooting like shit, target panic, just terrible. Went to shooting the hinge, shooting down here, getting a handle on it, doing kind of like what you had always preached with Silverback, where maybe I wasn't getting as many 15s, but I wasn't getting as many 2s or 4s. I was getting a lot of 10s. I was right around there, a lot better. Well, the interim happens, dust the bow back off, get out there. Nate and I went and shot at the club, shooting the hinge like absolute dog shit. Just awful. But pull out the knock to it, shoot it, and shoot it
Fast as hell.
Fast is relative, Jake. Fast is relative. But execute a proper shot, right? I'm not executing the shot with my thumb. I'm using the like pad of my
Okay.
and trying to focus on my shoulder blades, and then just like kind of squeezing my hand, but there's no big movements,
Right.
And a lot more consistent, way more consistent. And we know, at least I've noticed a lot, and I know that you do too, between the two releases, like I had to move my left and rights a lot because of the way that it comes off the
Yeah, they're coming
deal.
off the hook different.
but just shooting better. But go to the hinge, and I think Jake will say that my hinge is like so cold, but
Cold is an understatement.
yeah, well, I got to shoot fast, so I gotta compensate. But there's just so much movement in my hand, I think, that by the time I'm like back here, there's too much movement, too many moving parts.
You can just set it like mine.
I think I would really be better served with no click, but I don't know. I'm not there yet. I'm still not at the point where I can like confidently let it down. So that's where
Mine just clicks whenever. Like it'll
Kinda
today
like
when we
you're
were
too
shooting
smooth.
today, it was just like I drew back today and it just clicks and it's like, oh, it clicked, and I'm like, that I don't need it, but it's at the point too to where I don't want to take it off because I don't have a thumb button anymore, so all I have is just two hinges, so they're both set up damn near the same. So it's like I don't need a click.
yeah. Well, mine will do that. Like sometimes I'd be drawn back and it'd click, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. But then I think I shot better because I was a little bit more in it because I was like, "This fucker's gonna go off at some point." So you better be paying attention,
Yeah.
But that's why, like, when you guys are like, "Oh, shooting really good," like I feel like I'm shooting really well. My tape is like, I have 20 and 60. Like I know where that's at. And when I went and did that, then it started freaking monsooning, and I didn't have my binoculars, so I wanted to go do your method. I wanted to get out there, shoot 80, and kind of get more comfortable like 80. So get 60, 80, 20, and then mic it off and say which is going to get me a little bit closer.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even shoot 60. Like I don't mess with it.
So like last week when I set mine up, because I just built those arrows, and there ended up being 460.
What arrows are you shooting?
5.0 Easton 5.0s
Big
with
money.
it's got the 50 grain stainless steel insert and 100 grain match tips.
His inserts cost as much
Hey.
as my 24
Hey.
arrows.
Hey, ask them. They bend today too.
Actually, it was just a tip.
It was just a tip. The insert didn't bend.
Nope. I thought the insert was bent, but nope. I pulled it out, put a new tip in it, spun perfect. So I didn't lose a $30 arrow.
3 arrows, 24 arrows.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
So I went from my hunting arrows, the ones I shot during leagues, winter leagues, those are 545. And so on my sight tape, I can clear, I know I can clear 125. And so I went out, I finished up those arrows last week, then I went to the club and I dialed my 20 and then went out and I just started at like 40 just because I'm like, I have no idea where it's going to go. So I shot some at 40. I think I shot some at 55, shot one at the 60 and it went through it.
Yeah.
And then
Who's
just
in charge
worked,
of that
just
course?
worked my way out.
Not me.
But also I was like, that night I was shaking like I could not. I almost just quit because I had been digging holes for the freaking columns for the shop, and so my shoulders were shot. So I'm like literally like just all over the place. I'm like, this is no good. But I stuck it out and I got my 80 down close enough. And then of course that was the one tape I didn't have. Like I had all of them from 1 to freaking 19 and then 21 on up. And I'm like, what? And I found it finally. It was in the top of because I take off all my old tapes and I stick them in the top of my tackle box. And that was the one that was all crinkled up and would not go back on. So I went up to Mitch's and he ended up giving me a sheet from one of the drivers, which is nice because those go to 150. Those are like an extended. So, of course, I had to cut it off. It was hanging out the bottom of my sight bracket. So it's like cut off at 140. But so shooting in the yard, like the other night I was shooting in the yard at the elk and I was like, I made it out to 103. But I was like top of his back, then right over. So I thought, the other night, I'm like, man, this tape might be, I might have to go down 1 or 2, at least 1. And then tonight I get out there and I'm shooting.
Yeah.
And it's low. So I'm like, I had been shooting high. So it's just weird.
Well, and then the minute of, the site itself, right? So,
Right.
I mean, there's got to be some.
Yeah. I mean, tonight I felt good. Like I haven't had to shovel anything for a few days. So like it actually kind of built my shoulders back up a little bit last week. So I was like, man, I'm holding good tonight. It's just, that was going on, but I'm used to doing I'm just going to give it a couple yards. Like when we're shooting, you just kind of get in that groove. You're like, all right, I need to add 10% or something. But my left and rights are just like, I showed Jake, I was waiting for him to get there and Ernie was finishing setting up his bow. So I was just down there shooting through paper with a bear shaft and I'm just changing my grip. That was all I was doing. Like a little bit of thumb pressure, wicked left tear. Take a little pressure off, wicked right tear. Like then I started indexing the knock on it and then all of a sudden I'm getting like a 2-inch tear freaking at 9 o'clock. Like it's amazing what you can, the shit that'll happen just with your grip.
Yeah, and so I built those arrows and mine is stark. Like I think my hunting arrows were like somewhere in the neighborhood of like 520 to 550, somewhere in there. I can't recall, but they're significant. And these arrows are 383. And
it's like dry firing the bow.
Well, that's what I was afraid of. I did the
6.
I did the math on it, and I haven't. I don't recall like what my bow was at, but it's right around set. It's right almost exactly at 70 if I recall, and it's like 5.1, 5.2 GPI.
What's your draw length? 30?
Yeah, because
30 and a half. Yeah.
Because IBO is 5 grains per 5 grains per 70 pounds. freaking 350 grain arrow.
Yeah. And, there's the one bow that shoots next to us that's like, wow. It's like a 22 going off all the time. Those are a little, he's like, they're fine. So that's what I was waiting for, when I shoot him. But I shot that through paper, and I had like a little bit of a left hair. And so I tried moving the rest one way, just move the rest. Didn't change anything at all. So I just moved it back, and I was wondering like if it was going to be like hand pressure, if it was just, or that arrow was just coming out of there like completely.
So those were a 290?
290, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty stiff shaft. What are you running, 100 grain tip?
100 grain tip.
Just standard insert, no
Yep.
sleeve or anything.
Yep, and zingers on the back, and like I could run a wrap or something on the back.
Did you try any, was it a right tear or left tear?
Left hair.
Left tear. Trying to think. That's a week? No. I can't remember now offhand.
What strings are on it?
You got threads on
Threads
yours.
on.
Threads. So are they right or left? I'm assuming they'd be right.
Twist?
Yeah.
I don't know what they twist theirs at.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you're just shooting zingers, so it's really not a big deal on that.
But anyways, like I wasn't too worried about it. I was just going to try and watch them fly and just make sure. But they're flying so fast. Like it's not, like sometimes my other arrows, you could see like a little bit of wobble. These things are just like, and for what it is. And I didn't really want to mess around with the bow too much because it was like, I'm going to go back. I mean, that's not going to be like a hunting arrow for me.
No, that's got the adjustment on the riser, right? The limb cups.
Mm-hmm.
And the yoke.
Yeah, that yoke. Yeah. I haven't messed with that one
You
much.
did.
Yeah, we did.
I know, I'm saying that I haven't messed with it much. Now,
Well,
Ernie, I got there and Ernie was setting his bow up, like his brand new bow, the week of tack.
So I was in there the one day.
3 days before.
I don't know what I was doing in there. And maybe I was just shooting, like while Stella was at dance or something like that. And he comes strolling in. And he wants to set up his new. And Ernie's like so analytical. And he watched all the videos and he's doing all the stuff. And he's like, you have to do it this way. You have to do it this way. He's never had a HHA sight. And I'm on like my 7th one.
Right.
So I'm like, well, you can just do it this way. And he's like, no, you have to do it. You have to run it all the way up, and you have to do this, and you have to do that. I'm like, okay, but you realize, so he's doing all this stuff. He's moving all these things, and I'm like, you do realize that you can just figure it out, and then you can take that set screw out and move it to 0 when you get to 20. You can find your tape, and that tape isn't going to change, and then you can figure out where you want it to be. We get all the way done with this. I mean, he adjusts this thing 400 times. I mean, we're back and forth to the bench. And then finally he's like, man, there's a set screw on here. We could just, I was like, fucking kidding me. So I can only imagine. And then we were going like back and forth left and right. And he's like, oh, I guess I could have did it with like the limb deal. Like the.
Yeah, that's what I told him. So tonight
axle or
I get
whatever.
there and he's got it in the press and he's level and everything and he's raising the rest up. I'm like, he's like, I can't get it to go any higher. Like this arrow's tipped down, like it's pointing way down. I'm like, well, Ern, you don't have the freaking
Launcher
drop
up?
launcher isn't all the way up. Oh, so then we release that. And then he's like, the arrow's, pointing up. So we had to screw it back down. He's like, oh, it's about where it was before. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I had it kind of set like pretty good when I initially set the bow up.
Because we did it one night after leaks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then it's sat in the box ever since.
Because he was waiting for that sight to come in.
Yeah.
For,
But yeah, so then he got it back to 0. He did, we looked at it. We centered up or leveled the rest or leveled his sight. And then he put a kisser button on and then went down first shot, bullet hole with the bare shaft. So he was all excited about that. Then he went out, got his 20 and his 60 and put a tape on and he was shooting at the caribou. and he was doing pretty good. He's putting this guy, he got the 2-pin, so basically like my UV, but he's like, well, it's got 2 indicator pins. I'm like, those aren't gonna. That's definitely.
I told him. I said. Well, I told him when I shot the fucking floor, basically when I shot the when I shot that bottom wood underneath the thing because I used the wrong indicator, and then at the half I went and took them all off because I was like, that's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, I don't know why they have 2 indicators. It's like, yeah, that second indicator is definitely not. I'm like, because your pin gaps change. Like you could change your arrows, and it's not. It's just a reference.
Now there is, and I haven't seen it. And I don't know if you've seen it. I haven't seen it like in
the
person.
drift.
Yeah, where they're supposed to stay together, and it's like $1,000. It was like I think that the pre-order was like almost $1,000.
So like if you do the 3-pin or the 2-pin version of that, so when you dial it right, like your dead stop, it stacks all your pins. So like you'd have your 20, 30, 40.
So
And then when you start rolling, they separate.
So
don't ask me. I don't know either. I've thought about it so much.
yeah, well, you'd have to be able to set it to like the speed of your bow, because everything's different. Just like on your sight tapes, as you roll it, your pin gaps change, like exponentially. It's not like a straight like it's a curve. And so you'd have to be able to adjust that.
It would have to be like based on like the only thing I can think of is like a cam system, like a spirograph, like where you could pop in like different mods and then you twist it. That's the only way that I could see that.
Yeah, unless maybe like what you're saying, but they have an adjustment screw that you can like move it out and it changes how it.
Yeah, like it would speed it up or slow it down.
I guess you could change. You could do that where you change like the pivot point, so then it would change the arc.
Right.
And from gravity's always going to be the same, right? So, but you have 2 factors because you're going to have speed and weight.
Right.
So there's going to be 2 different factors in that equation.
Yeah. Speaking of speed, tonight was the first time I've ever shot my bow through a chrono.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you think about? Jake came over he's like, we need to buy one of those.
Oh, it was pretty sweet.
Dude, I got them sold.
It's sweet. That Garmin.
And then like when we were talking about it too, like that app or like having Precision Cut would be so nice to have for indoors. Like when we switch to go shoot leagues indoors, because I don't use the same arrows. And
Right.
you don't use the same arrows. And I use a totally different sight.
Right.
And I'm like, I can just start plugging and playing.
Well, I just built an arrow I think I could use for the whole thing. 30 to 7.
Yeah. I want to see how fast that thing is.
I don't know. It's going to be.
Yeah, but so that bow it's not really high rated for speed. It's one of the slower.
I don't think it's like.
It's one of the slower of the flagships, right?
Yeah. Well, it was.
Well, it's got to be in the 320s, I would say.
Because ours I think mine was rated for 341 maybe, or 338.
I don't even know what mine is. All I know is it's cooking right now.
Yeah, what was it, 395?
295.
295.
Yeah,
395.
Yeah.
That's a
295 with a 440 grain arrow.
Yeah.
That's a 31, right? I think it is. Did
you get a 31 or a 33?
I think I got the 31.
Okay. Yeah, and then it was at 60 we took the
So
the downrange.
Standard mods is 334 to 335. Speed mods, which is not what I have on there, and I guess if you had one of each, you'd average it out, is 339, 341. So
Okay,
it's about
so it's the same.
335.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So mine actually shot, what, 289?
289. 70 pounds, 72-ish.
72-ish.
Yeah.
With a 32-inch arrow.
Yeah, and then
But-
you're, what, a 31-inch draw?
Yeah.
Yeah. So mine at 75-ish pounds was 295. But the one I was most shocked about was when we took it. So for this one to get to like the better of the sight tapes, you take your speed right out of the bow, and then you take your speed at. You can do the further you go, the better. So we took it at 60, and then I just shot the 70-yard target, which is I don't like that. Dude, it's sketchy.
Like, it's a $500 unit, and he's shooting right, like aiming right at it.
Like I set my bow for 70, right? And I put my 70-yard pin
On the thing.
on the Garmin.
Yeah. And so I'm sitting there spotting for him, like, yeah, it was about 10 inches high over it. Like, in the first, I mean,
For 6 times, you
Yeah,
couldn't
for
get it to read.
right,
So I had to keep, like, getting lower.
closer and closer. And so, Caden's got it set up, and he's got like this block kind of like covering in front of it, and he thought it was steel. I'm like, well, that makes it a little better. Like, at least, there's, he's like, oh no, that's wood. I'm like, oh,
I'm like, a 440 grain arrow will eat that thing alive.
be like right through the
Yeah.
face of it.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
But so we took the feet per second from 60, and it was still at 270.
Yeah.
I mean, it only lost 25 feet per second from there to 60 yards. I was like, damn, that thing's cooking.
Yeah.
And what's the name of that program again?
That is the precision cut archery. And that's what I've used leading up all this year. And I just did it the easy way and did it off of your speed coming right out of the bow. And it was pretty damn close. And then after all of this stuff went down and me
So
stressing
what is
out,
your new tape? What's the difference?
unsure at this moment. I don't know what changed.
Oh,
Because I printed one off. It's upstairs, but
I didn't know
I
if those
didn't-
had numbers around them or anything.
yeah, it's a what I say it was. It's a so for speed, like speed wise, it is a number. I think we said it was like 13 or 14.
13.
You said
14.
13.
Yeah, 13 or 14.
Now, can you set that Garmin out there at 110?
Oh, I'm sure.
Clunk.
Yeah, so like what you did today, like when you're like, oh yeah, I know it's going to be, I just got to put it at 108, like, choom.
Yeah.
I wrote a little song to remind you Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Cocktails up here feel just right. Is Cambria amazing? All right. Bring a date, your teen, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com. See you on the roof.
Drilled it.
You better put a phone book in front of that sucker.
I'll just weld up a chunk of angle iron.
Yeah, still. But yeah, so I pulled it up. We're shooting dialed Friday, prime Saturday, and then Sunday RMEF.
What time we shoot?
We are shooting
8:30.
I don't recall. Like this, I just have like the tiers, and I know we have like, I think they're like 7:30, like whatever. I don't know. I know that we got them. I just pulled up the email to see what, but I think they're like in the 7s. But
Sweet.
Brad did say like in Tennessee and like in a couple of the other ones, like everything was screwed up. So you may get there and it may say like 1:30, and you're gonna have to tell them like, "Yo, this is not what we.
It's not our.
This is not us." So
Have you heard from anybody from up to Boyne? Did anybody else? I mean, Jake said that.
Yeah, Jake
But-
said it was good.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if any of the group had went and shot that.
I haven't heard from anybody.
I
The
seen
only ones
Travis was up there.
Yeah, Travis was the only one that I know.
Did they get any in?
Yes.
I saw. They said that the Truth
Showed up.
gang.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's got 2 or 3 of those bows.
Got
3?
one in every size.
He's enjoying that bow. And I told him, I mean, I guess it's going to come out like under some other name, but I mean, they're already gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, anything, it's just, I feel like anything that has any hype and, you know, whatever, I don't know anything. It's just what I've observed is anything that like Kevin Struther like hypes up, like seems to just blow up in his face. Like
What happened with it?
Bowtech.
So it seems like he had some sort of tuning system, like axle or something, and there was like a patent infringement, but it wasn't a patent infringement, and it was and it wasn't, but it was like I don't know if it was actually ruled that it was, but it was kind of like a big money versus little money. And he was only like 10% owner in the company because it was like the Pigman and some other people company. So maybe that bow's coming out. He said it's coming out under another name or something else, but he's already on to his next Kevin Struther bow that he's making himself. That's just whatever was next in the hopper for Truth. And it's just like, you know, you can, you know, fall in love with something, but if you can't, you know, like what you guys just went through, right?
Right.
So you got a burr on your mod or something. You can't just go to a shop and get one. Like you have to buy 3 of them and, you know, Frank and bow it together or whatever.
Right.
So I don't know. It's just interesting. But I told Travis that, like, he was like, oh, I could try one of these Truthers. And I'm like, man, I just wonder how long it's going to be around. Cause it just seems like everything like kind of falls to pieces around.
And is it that great? I mean, like, is it worth? I mean, obviously Travis is a good shot, like, but are they that good of a bow?
Where was he? It was at the chili shoot. Mm-hmm. He was there and he was like, you need to shoot this bow. And I didn't shoot it. Have you shot it? Mm-mm. And he was just talking about there's no vibration. Like there's just absolutely no vibration.
He shoots it with nothing on it.
Yeah.
No bars, just his sight, rest. That's it.
Really?
Yeah. That's the truth, John.
True.
Nothing but the truth.
But you can't handle the truth.
Nope.
But yeah, so did him and Andrew get one in? Did they get more than one in?
I'm pretty sure they did.
I saw a picture, but I didn't. You know,
Yeah,
I
it
really
was-
wasn't zooming in because
Yeah.
there was just a whole bunch of them in the
Yeah.
target, and they weren't all in because some of them were low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I seen the same picture.
I didn't ask him. I mean, I can text him right now and find out. So
But I was telling Jake, I was like, the way that you were shooting and the way that Jake was shooting prior to this whole debacle, I was like, you guys need to shoot for the Caribou, or shoot for the truck. And he's like, wow, what do I need a truck for? And I'm like, that's not what it's about. I'm like, we need like another truck out of our club, you know,
be awesome.
just for that fact, you know, just keep stacking them up. And he's like, well, Andrew's shooting really good. Like, but he does make a good point that everybody's shooting really good. And so there's a lot of entries every year. And the fact that it's, you know, ever since they've made it known distance and, you know, people can do exactly what you guys are doing, what Travis is doing, you know, get yourself a Caribou.
Right.
and figure it out, you know.
I mean, when you start to look at it, like when you start shooting it a bunch, 111 yards really isn't that far. Like when you start shooting it all the time, like it doesn't seem that far.
Well, and, you know, I've thought about it, and I can't believe that somebody hasn't come up with it yet. But, like, you think about like your mini elk, you just figure out, like, give me a scaled Caribou, and I can put it at 40 yards and shoot the same thing. You know what I mean? For the same sight picture. everything, just like you're snapping barrel with a rifle. You know, you're just taking the same thing and just doing the muscle memory so you know where to hold and all that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've been shooting them. I need to get a new insert for my little elk. It's getting kind of wore out. But like I said, I was shooting at 103.
It's, you know, that's the one thing that's too bad about, because I was just thinking about, like, those were always on camel fire. And there's no more Black Ovis. I don't think there's any more camel fire.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
Because I was looking, because I need a target. Like, I want one of the 36 inchers. So like a 365 or the Big Shot or Delta McKenzie.
Well, we'll see what happens in the next week or so. Probably in the next week or so, I would say. Then I'll have some phone calls to make to Delta McKenzie
for
Iowa.
Did you figure out?
No, and I think we got to do that by the 12th.
Yeah.
I told you, I tried to, me and Jake are going to try to.
That's what I told him to do it too.
Yeah. You should do it.
Nebraska.
When is it?
I don't know. It's like September to December. It's like, I think it's just like the
Antelope, right?
Yeah. Public land. They only give out like 200. No, they only give out like 200
tags.
250 tags is what they give out.
Yeah. So, but I tried to do it on my phone the other day, and I was like, okay, sign up as a group, blah, 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 blah. I put in all my numbers, and it was like, don't click off of this page. And then it was like, you know, click on all the bridges and do all that. And I did that, and then nothing happened. I did it like 10 times.
Okay.
So I don't know if I got to do it from a computer or like what's going on.
Well, try it tomorrow on your day off.
Or I applied like 15 times.
You know, $12,000.
But yeah, so we're shooting Dialed, Prime, and Rocky Mountain, and we're shooting early enough so that we should be able to shoot a couple of courses or be around, hang out.
Because that's what I asked Greg too. I was like, we got early times. I was like, you want to shoot 2 courses? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah, that's exciting. Like, you know, it was unfortunate we didn't get to shoot with you guys last year. It was weird because I didn't get, like, the last couple of years having to work is crap, trying to sign everybody up. So I've had to pawn it off on everybody else, and then it's just whoever gets wherever. But at least last year Greg wasn't with us, so we didn't have to figure that out. So I'm like, this year it's going to be me, John, Greg. So Jake got pawned off to somebody else, but he's like, I'm skipping out on those guys, and I'm shooting Greg
and John. That's what I said.
I know. I'm going to be wearing the crown of Dixel. No, because that's the winner.
The winner.
You don't got to worry about that.
Yep.
So I don't got to worry about that. But what are you looking forward to, John? Because I feel like you're always like, some years you're like, oh, I'm not really excited because I'm not shooting very good, or and some years you're like, I don't know, some years are more than others. My favorite year, I think, was when you told Dudley he could have his bow back, and then you brought it to him.
Yeah.
That was the first year I went with you guys.
Yeah, that bow was,
Skylar's bow?
Yeah.
Not even Skyler's. Well, he still got it, but...
I mean, at the end, though, I did end up getting it shot really good with the heavier arrows, but that's when I brought him the release, too.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I know what's wrong with it. It's broke. Like, it needs new set screws.
That was the funniest interaction, too, because you handed it to him, and you're like, hey, you might want to... And he just turned, looked at you, and he's like, it's my release, dude. And you're like, okay, whatever. And then he like literally turns and does one thing, and it goes, pew! And he's like, I told you.
Like, he's like, okay, just shoot it like that. It was so hot that he's like, well, just draw it back and don't curl. Just start releasing your index finger. Like, yeah, I don't shoot like that. But
Yep.
No, I'm excited this year. I'm definitely not prepared, but I'm excited just to get away and shoot. Obviously, the house is done, but now I'm starting my garage, my shop. But that's not like a. It's been sitting there for 7 months in the ground. One more week isn't going to hurt it.
Does your wife agree?
Just it don't matter.
She's got the house. I seen it the other day.
The house?
Yeah.
It's something, isn't it?
Dude, I didn't go inside, but like I'd seen it from the outside and everything he's got going on, and I'm like, holy shit.
You realize it's Stella's house, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Stella's house. I just live there,
Yeah.
Rent free, but
rent free.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shop though that's going to be like my hangout.
Dude, when he was explaining it the other day, I know where all our bows are going, and they're not going to the club to get fixed. They're going to the shop.
The shop, It's the boar's nest.
Yep. He even talked about the dart system, like
yeah.
That would be awesome to have the dart system, and it's set up to. I mean, we got 68 yards or 68. I wish I had 68 yards. 68 feet. We could just extend that. We'll put like 3 cargo containers.
Yeah. I don't know if the arc would make it.
You have to go up.
Yeah.
But it is going to be, so my plan is, so there's like the man cave area in the front. That's going to have like a mezzanine on it. And the stairway is going to go up the back where the archery shop is. And so above where that stairway goes up, you'll take a left to go to the mezzanine. But then I'm going to have a little platform to the right, which is going to be right over the workbench. And then the lean-to where the targets will be has a high enough roof that we'll be able to shoot from a little bit of elevated. So
3D shoots in John's garage.
Mm-hmm.
heck yeah. As long as we don't put one through the Jeep.
Done it once.
Yeah, it's already got one hole in it.
I looked at it when I was over there the other night. I'm like, that bug deflector thing right there. It's not for purpose. It's just to cover something up.
Yep.
It'd be so funny when like you sell that Jeep to somebody and then you don't mention that.
Right.
And then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna switch this out." Like stupid bug deflector. Take it off. I'm like, what the fuck?
Bullet hole. What?
This got shot
Perfectly tuned arrow.
Full metal jacket.
through the garage door.
Yeah. Perfect bullet hole.
That was the funniest thing when the guy online was like,
That wasn't real.
but he like put all the like little things and he was like, couldn't be this because of that and that and that. And I like outlined all the pictures and I was like, here's this, here's this, here's this. Here's the picture of the actual arrow next to the radiator.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because that picture was me clowning around, putting my, bozo nose arrow in there
Yeah.
to like, who wins the clown of the year award? Me. I just shot a hole through my brand new Jeep.
Dude, you got so lucky that it didn't do anything else.
Oh,
or
A
that
little-
someone was standing.
well, yeah, no one was around. I mean, it was 6 o'clock in
That's
the morning.
besides the point. We're not worried about
Kids
people.
are all gone to school. Yeah, if it would have been a half-inch higher, it would have went right through the computer. Right through the dash.
And that sucker would have been stolen so quick.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what happened to it.
Somebody shot it. I can't
No,
believe it.
I woke up and it was gone. Cameras were off that day. These are just for show.
Yeah.
Dude, all I know is we have to get up early on Thursday.
I know. But Frankie texted. Oh, so Frank was wondering like, who are you going up with? When are you going up? Blah blah blah.
So I'm going up Thursday. I probably, 4 or 5 o'clock. So
Is when you'll leave? Yeah.
Yeah.
The normal.
Frank texted me and he's like, "When are you going up? Like, what's your plan?" I said, "I don't know. I figure we're gonna probably be leaving like 6:30, 7 a.m. at the latest on Thursday." And he's like, "What?" And he calls me like immediately and he's like, "What are you gonna be doing?" And I was like, "Well, we're going to the airport to pick up Greg." And he's like, "So you're going straight to the airport? You're not?" And I'm like, "Well, we can't get into the house.
right.
What would
So
be
like
the
4
point?
o'clock, right?
What would be the point?" And he's like, "Well."
We're going to breakfast. I do know that.
Yeah. Jake thinks it's weird that
Dude,
we like breakfast.
Your
We like
fascination with breakfast. Because I called him Friday, and it was called him about something, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, we're just going to breakfast," and I'm like, "Dude, you go to breakfast like all the fucking time."
Yeah. People who don't work, they go to breakfast.
Well, that's I texted him or called him today, and I know when he's working because it'll ring once, and then he'll just like deny it on his watch, and then he'll just say, "I'm working," and so I was like, "That's dumb," and he says, "I have a week off after this," and I'm like, "Oh, it's not dumb then."
You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll head up Thursday afternoon. Depends on what time. It all depends on the weather because I don't think we're going to start a new job.
It's supposed to rain.
It's supposed to rain.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't even look at what the weather's supposed to be like this weekend.
It's supposed to rain here like Wednesday and Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So-
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah. And we're finishing up a job right now that's we actually need. Our saws are set up outside, so that sucks, but we can probably get by to finish it up. But then we're supposed to start another complete outside job. So if that's the case, we won't. So I might be able to leave earlier on Thursday.
What are you excited about, Jake?
All of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm excited about shooting with Greg again
Yeah.
and Jake and you guys because, I mean, I had fun last year, but I didn't shoot any second courses.
Yeah.
And that's usually when we fuck around and shoot through the trees and have 15 guys and
Yeah, so it looks like the weather's going to be good.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Thursday,
Thursday,
not much.
Not good, but
Yeah. That's all afternoon. Friday's good.
what you got on the menu, John? You bringing any fish?
I got some king mackerel I was going to pull out. And I was going to try to smoke it.
Okay.
It's hard to get it lit. But
Yeah.
I'm going to do some bear sloppy joes. Frank was making those for when they went over to Saginaw
Augury.
Bay or Augury. They said they were great, so I'm going to make up some of those.
just make sure they're fully cooked.
Yeah, yeah. But I did luck into a caterer for Saturday.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is new news
Yeah,
or whatever they
new
call it.
news.
What?
So Beckman's rolling in with 2 pork butts, a giant pan of beans, and a giant pan of
Armadillo.
street corn.
Yeah.
Street corn?
Street corn, yeah.
From where?
He makes it. He's got like a big giant smoker. He did just got done doing Rib Fest down in Grand Rapids or
Oh, really?
Grand Haven. Yep.
Skeeter?
Yep.
Yeah, he did one over the weekend at the VFW or whatever.
So is he coming up to shoot or is he coming up to hang out?
He's just coming up to hang out.
Yeah. On
Yeah.
Saturday.
I think he's gonna follow us around on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
No. See what it's
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. He was supposed to. He had something going on that fell through this weekend, and so he's like, "Well, I'll head up there with you guys." So
Cool.
Yeah, that worked out for us.
he's like, "Well, what are you guys doing for food? I could probably do some." And then how he gets. So it's like,
What about Honivore, man? Where's the freaking turkey knuckles?
yeah, I don't know. He had messaged me and he said he could have swung Boyne, but this weekend he couldn't. Was off. So, what are you gonna do? That was fun.
I miss the turkey knuckles. Them things are, I tell you what.
That,
When you said he's bringing turkey knuckles, I'm like, what the fuck is that? But they didn't last.
No.
Those things were freaking money.
I am gonna bring. I got to double check with Ferd, but
Apple Crown?
no, but he wants to bring those turkey breasts from Mine and Stella's Turkey, and he has been butterflying them, running them through the cuber, and then
Yep.
frying them up. And he's like, I can do all those. It's like, okay, whatever, man. Mine have a few pellets in them. I got as many out of it as I could, but better watch your teeth on those.
Fucking Bow Hunter Chronicles, and he shoots his turkey with a shotgun.
Dude, you should have seen this shit show. I went hunting with him one day.
Oh.
Good Lord.
Hey?
Was he running around with the blind on top of him?
No. We were just running around all over.
Yeah, well,
That's turkey hunt.
it's, yeah.
How many turkeys did we see?
Well, we saw at least 3. I don't know if you saw that other one. You saw a hen, didn't you? I don't know if you saw the Tom,
Yeah.
but we promptly scared him away. Oh, but
Good Lord.
yeah,
I don't know. Turkey season's done, and I want to shoot my bow. So,
yeah, it was fun.
here we are.
I'm just excited to get up there and, just see everybody do the thing. Like, for me, like, I like shooting, but I'm like more so than both of you for sure, of a social person.
Oh, yes.
So I just like being up there and,
Hanging out.
seeing the people hanging
Drink
out.
until 6 o'clock in the morning.
Dude,
Crash on the couch for an hour and then go shoot.
It's going to be so different for us this year.
I know. I got to roll up my pant legs, though. To my capri pants.
Yeah.
It's just for you guys, so.
Now, you can take all the drinking. You can have mine.
Yeah.
You can have John's, too.
You guys. But, yeah, so hopefully, we'll see some of you guys if you were there the last time that we were at Crystal, so 2 years ago, same house, I think, as we were in that day, that time. And cookout on Saturday. Get a hold of us. We'll be up there. We'll be around, gaggling around. There'll be 20 or more of us, as always.
Did you bring in the e-bike? Did you get it?
No.
You didn't get it?
It's still
No,
at
it's still at
Frank's.
Frank's house. He said he was going to start charging me storage.
He's going to own it again very soon.
Like, yeah, you owe me more money,
Well,
and
that's
I'm
like
keeping it.
I told the wife, I was like, you just need to drop me off over there and I'll just ride it home. Because it's not that far.
So, but anyways, I'm looking forward to the weekend, looking forward to seeing everybody, and we'll see you on the mountain.
Shoot straight.